Welcome back everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to reverse sear a porterhouse steak. Alright, so we have got this beautiful curly beef porterhouse steak we picked up from our butcher at Austral Meat. It's around 2 inches thick. Doesn't really need much trimming. If it does have any excess fat, you just want to trim that down to a few mil. Might tidy up a little bit of that silver skin on the bottom. And that's honestly as far as I'll trim it. You can take that little bit of gristle out if you want, but now that's all trimmed up, let's season it. So if you've got a favorite beef rub, go ahead and use that. Salt and pepper always does the trick nicely, but I'm gonna be using my new favorite steak combination. We're gonna throw down a base coat of our steak shooter, then we're gonna top it off with MWA by Rick's Grill. Both of these are available from Natural Smoke. I'll put a link in the description where you can get them online, but for now, I'm gonna get this steak seasoned up. All right, now our steak's trimmed and seasoned, we can get our barbecue set up. All right, so we're gonna be using our Oklahoma Joe's Rambler. So we'll open the lid, take our cooking grates off. We'll lift our charcoal grate right up. We'll get a couple of firelighters going. We'll get our charcoal chimney down, and we'll get about 15 briquettes going. Now we'll come back when those briquettes are ashed over and ready to go. All right, and after about 10 minutes, our briquettes are ready, so we can get them in. We're just going to dump them over the right-hand side of our charcoal grate. Now we're going to lower our charcoal grate down to the lowest level. We'll open our side vent up completely, and we can shut our lid, open up our top vent, and let our barbecue preheat for 5 minutes. All right, so it's been 5 minutes. Our barbecue is just about up to our target temperature, which for this cook, I want to hold it at around the 250 Fahrenheit or 120 Celsius. So we can open our lid, we'll get a drip tray down, we'll get a piece of smoking wood on our briquettes. I've gone with some cherry wood from Natural Smoke. We'll get our cooking grates on. Then our steak on, and we'll close our lid, then let this steak cook away. All right, so we're gonna smoke our steak until it reaches an internal temperature of around 125 Fahrenheit or 52 degrees Celsius. I reckon it'll take about 45 minutes to an hour to get there, given the thickness of that steak. So we'll let our steak smoke away and come back soon. All right, it's been just shy of an hour. We've hit temperature in our steak. So what we can do now is get it out and rest it in a tray. We'll put that aside. Then we can lift our charcoal grate right up. Take our cooking grate off, take our drip tray out, we'll get some more firelighters going, and we'll get about half a chimney worth of briquettes going. All right, so while our steak's resting and our briquettes are catching light, we're gonna make a quick salsa verde to go with our steak. All right, so we're gonna combine half a cup of parsley, half a cup of basil, a teaspoon of capers, 2 cloves of garlic, the juice from 1 lemon, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. You can either season it with some salt and pepper. I'm just going to use some of our lamb layup rub. And now we just want to blend it all together. Then you can have a taste, adjust it to your liking, and we'll set it aside until the steak's ready. All right, now our briquettes are ready. We can dump them in. We'll spread them out so they're nice and even. Then we'll get a cooking grate on. Give that a minute to heat up, then we'll come back to sear this steak. All right, now I'm going to sear this steak off for around 90 seconds per side. All right, now we'll give it a flip. I'll get it fat side down as well, and that's ready to come off. And because it's already had a rest between the smoke and the sear, we can slice this straight up. And now we'll top it with that beautiful salsa verde, and now we can have a taste. That is seriously incredible. What a combination that is. Quality steak, quality rubs, that fresh, zingy salsa verde just complements it beautifully. I'll put the recipe for the salsa verde and everything we've used down in the description below. But for now, that's the end of the video. So if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.